Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Caster, and we have had a massive patch update for Voyagers in No Man's Sky, and it has addressed a lot of the issues that I've been having, and I know that you out there have been having as well. This has been in experimental for the last few days. It has come out on PC only at the time of recording, but I'm sure it will come out on all platforms in no time at all. So I've picked out some of the things in this patch. Not going to go through every single one of them because it is quite a large one. I'm going to pick out those ones that have affected me and I know that have affected you. So they have sorted the issue with the non-structural parts being counted as part of the Corvette's complexity limit. So you have a 100-piece complexity limit when you build your Corvette, and the internal structures are being included as part of that limit. So your refiner, your decal, stuff like that were being included. That is no longer the case. It is now just building the actual Corvette and not the interior, which is great because now we get to use even more. So that is lovely. Thunderbird landing thrusters now fulfill the requirements of both an engine and landing gear. I've not used these because of this issue. When I put them on, it said I didn't have any landing gear. So I really want to make a proper Thunderbird type Corvette with these Thunderbird landing thrusters, and I'm really looking forward to doing that now they've sorted that. Fixed issues with Corvette cockpits that could cause some information panels to fail to update. I didn't have this one myself. Fixed a number of collision problems with the Thunderbird access bay. I had this. When I went to open it the first time, it would collide and close, and I'd have to open it a second time. It was very annoying because I really do like the Thunderbird access bay and I want to use it more often. So I'm really glad they've sorted that, and I'm hoping that it has fixed it entirely in game. They've now fixed an issue that could cause players to lose items while trading parts at the Corvette workshop. Woohoo! Thank God for that, because that was driving me insane. They fixed an issue that caused only one of the particular part to be refunded if removing several of the same part from a Corvette in one edit, which is great because I was losing so many parts, and it kind of made me go onto creative mode and try and do it that way. That fixed an issue that prevented the installation of some core ship technologies into the Corvette, and fixed an issue that prevented players from manually moving core tech within the Corvette inventory. And I'm so glad they've sorted this out because that was driving me insane. So yeah, I'm really glad they've done that, and now I can also do a video I've been planning to do around the technology in the Corvette. So that's great news. Abandoned and pirate stations now have Corvette construction workshops, which is great. There was a lot of problems in the pirate stations where you would warp from one station to a pirate station and your Corvette would be like wedged in the wall, and then you'd get in it and you wouldn't be able to fly out of the station. You'd just be sort of flying in the station and hitting the walls. It was an absolute nightmare. So really glad they've sorted that out. Fixed an issue that could cause Corvettes to occasionally act as they had a dramatic collision while flying through space. I had this once. I had this when I was fighting a pirate dreadnought freighter, and my Corvette just suddenly spiraled out of control, and I didn't understand what happened. And it was this sort of issue that caused it to have a dramatic collision with nothing. So really glad they've sorted that. They fixed an issue that caused NPCs to float. I saw this on one of Captain Steve's videos, and he literally just said, "Why are you floating there, mate?" And yeah, he was floating. This Viking thing was floating in the air. So I'm glad they sorted that out. I didn't have that issue, thank God, but you know, it wouldn't have been that bad, but still. Fixed a rare mission blocker in the tutorial. I had a problem with this initially. I did most of the tutorial, and then it talked about going to find salvaged scrap to get parts as part of the mission, and it just kept disappearing and coming back, disappearing and coming back. I got parts from salvage scrap, loads. So I'm hoping that it's either going to come back or just say that I've done it. Either way, just sort that out because it was driving me a bit insane. Fixed an issue that could cause camera flickering inside the Corvettes. Thank God for that. Every time you were in the Corvette and you were, if you panned your camera around a certain way, it wouldn't know what to do with itself. It just started hitting walls and it would just go a bit crazy and start flickering and give you a headache. And I'm really hoping that has now sorted itself out for everybody. Fixed a number of small issues, visual issues affecting Corvette structural parts, and fixed a number of rendering issues with transparent objects. Good, because I had that as well. That was a little bit of an issue for me. Fixed a number of control issues with cockpits in VR. So they've fixed a couple of things here, the cockpits, and now they've fixed an issue that prevented VR players from using teleport move up the stairs inside the Corvette. So that's good for anybody out there playing VR. It introduced a number of asset optimizations for space stations, and this is all about optimizations, this bit. So a number of Corvette constructional parts, a number of large base parts and Corvettes, internal Corvette parts, large memory optimization for icons, and a number of particle effect optimizations on the space station. I just thought I'd bring this to your attention because having the optimizations is great, and it shows that they're doing the internal parts as well as a sort of, you know, all the things that we're suggesting are issues, which of course are issues. And lastly, there are a number of crash fixes, including crashes when you're switching between two Corvettes at a space station. I had this countless times. I put this in the Zendesk along with other issues I was having. So I'm really glad they've sorted that out because it drove me insane. As soon as I did it, I knew that it was going to crash. It was the second time I would try to switch between Corvettes. Yes, that drove me insane. Fixed the crash related to combat effects. Never had this. All the autopilot crash. The summoning ships crash. Any of the other crashes that are listed here, I didn't have those, thank God. But hopefully, if you've had them, they are now sorted. So no doubt there are going to be a number of patches come out for the Voyagers update, as always, with any game that brings out an update. And of course, No Man's Sky is no different. There's actually been a number of fixes before this one came out. It was 6.01 and it fixed a bunch of stuff that had been going on. It came out really quickly after the update, and I'm sure there are going to be more after this one. Keep putting in your issues into the Zendesk. They do look at them, they do read them, they do fix them. I'm absolutely loving this update. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. I am really enjoying building the Corvettes. I just sit there for hours just trying to design something a little bit more creative than usual because I'm not great at that. But I think this is a fantastic update. I'm really glad everybody's enjoying it and the players are coming back to the game in droves. So hopefully they will continue to fix all of the issues that we're having and make the game even better than it already is. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care out there. Bye bye.